Hello, it's your friendly neighbourhood weep here, the Eisenberg. Quite a good little episode, full of introductions and kind of like affirmations from Nafumi to Raftalia, because in the middle of the episode, what Raftalia was worried about is Nafumi made the point of saying that I want you guys to be okay when I leave. And of course, a girl like Raftalia, she obviously is head over heels for Nafumi. You can obviously see that in this episode. She basically was very quiet for a majority of the episode. While they were travelling to the council room where they were going to have the meeting between Nafumi and the other heroes. And obviously, as you can see from this picture here, they had a lot to think about after like the fight with the Pope and the previous episode where the trial for Trash and the mine's new name. And this is one point I want to make as well. You catch little pictures like this during the episode when Raftalia will shoot Nafumi a nice little smile. It's very, very obvious that she adores him because the way she's looking at him right here. Obviously, it's going to be the thing where it's going to be a kind of battle between Raftalia and Philo all over again. Because as you can see, they're both here. They're both kind of vying for his attention. Almost because Raftalia, Philo says to him that obviously they're there, they've made it. And while they're in the courtyard, Raftalia makes notice of something. The crest on the Three Heroes Church has changed to 4. Now, what I can see what they've done here is they've ripped down the old sign that had 3 weapons and they've put in the shield behind it. If you ask me, that looks a hell of a lot better than the old one did. Yeah, and as I says, we all realise, and they realise, and they realise as well, that the country is about to change. And then what I also realise is the fact that Nafumi also realised this as well, that now that the Queen is back and taking control of the main city in Melomark, his party can now upgrade and not be turned away like they were the last time. And basically, it's a general consensus in his party is to say they better upgrade because the Queen said they could. But it's obviously all thanks to the Queen, and as you can see, I think that scaffolding that's around the church, because obviously they're going to be like kind of doing it all kind of thing a minute, structural wise, meaning that they're going to redo it all, change like the roofs or something, because obviously it needs to be, because the Three Heroes Church and the Pope made a mess of it, to be honest. Now this is a beautiful scene. It's in near the Dragon Hourglass. As you can see, I love how they used God rays here to shine the light really brightly from the middle of the building. all the way down into the middle of the floor. And of course the guy that Nifumi... Of course the guys that Nifumi took on board for one of the wave that Glass appeared in, they were there for him, and say obviously because the Queen had obviously entrusted them with like helping him upgrade. So obviously they're going up there now. And this is the Dragon Hourglass. They obviously start from here, start the upgrade process. And of course Raftalia and Philo, obviously that's what they have to do to upgrade. Just put their hand on the hourglass. And obviously another beautiful shot right here. Sorry about my switch in here in the shot. It's just obviously I had to pull the camera back to get a better picture of the hourglass, because I had it really close in like that, and all I could see is part of the hourglass and Raftalia and Philo. So what I did is obviously I went like that to get the full screen, to see the full hourglass. Obviously this is the scene where they're upgrading, and you can see in the corner, let's jump back for a minute, you can see, like, I tried to get in the picture the levels of them going up in that, but obviously it's right in the corner, out of the way. They did level up, but the thing is, they didn't manage to level up properly, in the way that they weren't able to pick the class that they wanted. So that's them talking to the Queen. And as you can see, poor little Philo is pretty bummed out because she didn't realise that when they were going to upgrade their classes, and this is when they were doing it, the two of them, that they couldn't upgrade it properly, because obviously here's the Raftalia level 40 and Philo level 40. Philo makes a point of saying here that she couldn't pick the class that she wanted, and the Queen says that she's heard of specific items that can sometimes affect the class upgrade process, as in the cowlick that Vittoria gave Philo. And as soon as the Queen heard that, she went full fangirl. It's like, the full little Queen? Huh? And obviously Melty's kinda not helping by saying, yeah, she looks so sublime, and Vittoria is big as a tyrant, and is basically just trying to remember how tall Vittoria is. And as you can see here, it's a flashback to when Melty was riding on top of Vittoria, and I felt like Nifumi basically should have said here, yare yare, meaning good grief, because the Queen went completely out of character, and she's like, oh, she's completely fangirling over the fact that one of her daughters managed to meet the full little Queen. And I'm like, yeah, like father, like not father, like daughter, like mother. So the Queen says she was obviously wanting to throw a party tonight. Obviously it being an excuse so that Nifumi can come and talk to the other three heroes to discuss what they're going to do. And obviously there's something that she needed all the heroes to know, so that's why she got them in that room. So Nifumi basically turns around and says to the two of these guys here, Raftalia and Philo, that he's sorry that he couldn't get the upgrades that they wanted. Obviously kind of apologising for the fact that they've now got stuff that affects their leveling up. And obviously this is Philo and kind of Melty getting back together and kind of like chilling out with the food and that. And bless Raftalia here, she cannot stop thinking about what Nifumi said to her. Because I sense from this picture here that she's now suffering from separation anxiety, because this man came into her life and rescued her and helped her, and it's understandable how she's feeling now in this picture. Of course, we've got the drunkard that comes along, obviously being racist towards Raftalia. Having a filthy demi in here is making my wine taste bad. I never got what he meant by that, because it's stupid, because she's doing nothing to him, and wine doesn't taste bad because someone's there that you don't like. And this man here is just plain fucking, pardon my French, sorry, is plain racist towards demi-humans, pure and simple. So basically this guy tries to goad Raftalia by basically kinda bad-mouthing Nifumi. And she says, who'll be the one to really get hurt, I wonder. Now, you may be wondering why bitch is now like that. Melty caught her out because she says, who's that for? Because what bitch is saying, is she's poisoning the food before it's taken out to Raftalia, Melty and Philo, obviously to get a rise out of Nifumi. And I'm like, yep, she was going to do that. I knew from the last episode she was going to try something. But the thing is though, she couldn't lie, because the slave crest automatically activated and shocked the hell out of her when she was asked by Melty. And it was like, yep. So basically, due to the three heroes kind of recent antics, they needed to sort something out, and it was like a back and forth session where Toyasu basically says, Nifumi, where did you get that cheat shield? And Nifumi's like, this is not a cheat shield. The reason my shield is like this is because I put my own hard work into it. And when they're sharing information with him, they're telling him about all that stuff he could have done, and he's like, wait a minute, if he's had told me sooner, then I wouldn't have had to travel all that way, make all this stuff by myself, because basically it was all there in his weapon. He could just activate it to do it. Because they were saying about a skill that is with it, it's called copy. And basically it's like, if it's a weapon that's the same as his, or the one that they're using, he can copy them without having to unlock them by fighting stuff. So basically, near the end of the episode, before they make a detour to Raftalia's old village, so that Raftalia can say goodbye to a friend that they buried. Nifumi running around the shop, the shopkeep that he seen when he first got into this world, and he was basically picking up all the shields, and you could see that every shield he was picking up he was copying, and the shopkeeper's like, wait a minute, you're going to put me out of business here, because technically you're stealing. And the Fumi turns on and goes, I'll pay you back for all this. And he's like, yeah, I'll put it on your tab. Obviously this is like another like screenshot of all the graves that they put outside the village that Raftalia's from to honour the fallen. And yeah, this is one of the new characters we meet at the end of the episode, because after the credits have rolled, there's an extra bit you guys might miss if you don't like. I suggest basically you watch the credits all the way through, because this is after it. You meet this fellow, and the lass is obviously doing it out of sight, just down here. They meet Lark, Larc, and obviously he's going to be like a help in that, because they're now off to an archipelago, like an island, that'll help them with their levels and everything. Before I end the video tonight, I'd like to say sorry to Sean Burlerston. I was recording the video when you Facebooked me, and your messages will be in the video. Can't really be helped because he didn't know I was recording. But then again, it's kind of my YouTube saying that I'll be recording now, because I'm in the recording session now until 10 o'clock tonight. But anyway, yeah, good episode, very good episode, and I'm looking forward to what the island is going to do, and these new characters as well, because we don't know much about them apart from what this guy here does in the title sequence with his scythe weapon. So I'm taking it he's a hero from another country that's going to be working with Nafume and his party. So yeah, like I says, the next episode is next week, hopefully, episode 23. Cannot remember what the episode is called though, the next one. But anyway, like I says, as before, this has been your friendly neighbourhood weeb, Theta Eisenberg. And yeah, I shall join you all in the next video. Weeb out.